Welcome builders, Andyisyoda and welcome back to the Kingdoms series. We still have Area A, which I'm afraid we're still not going to get to in this episode. I'm sorry about that. Still undecided. I think maybe a townhouse would go in Area A, but welcome back to this series where we're taking a newbie little Minecraft Mojang village and using the Andyisyoda 5x5 system, we are upgrading it bit by bit, block by block into a kingdom. Big shout out and thank you to everyone in the comments, by the way, who's been suggesting things for the city. I read every single comment. Thank you very much. A lot of you are saying we don't have enough houses, and it's quite true. We don't quite have enough houses. So I've developed this little teeny tiny house, and it ended up not being a teeny tiny house. It's quite a nice house, actually. This is more of the richer person's house, but we need some rich people's houses. I'd probably call this maybe a middle income kind of house. And it is using the 5x5 system. I might do a separate tutorial on this little cute house if you guys like this. Anyway, I'm just pasting this in block by block, layer by layer, so you get a rough idea on how it is made and how it is built up. But I like it. It also fits into a little 16 by 16 square. So if you think about it, it's a little cute one chunk house with a tower, a couple of rooms upstairs, a couple of rooms downstairs. So we're going to put two of these houses right there. Beautiful little one chunk houses. And I think I'm going to integrate them and pop them right down into the land. There we go. And we'll put a nice path beside them probably in the next episode. A couple more houses over there, just absolutely identical. And then I thought we'd put the mine owner's house over here. Now, people were watching me build this on YouTube live. I was on live in the afternoon, that's UK time. So if you want to watch me build live, make sure you hit this button and tap the notification bell. Make sure you're subscribed as well. But yeah, if you're on mobile, you've got to make sure that this button is turned off, and that way you get some notifications when I'm going live and when my videos go up as well. So make sure you do that if you want to get notified. Anyway, another house here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 middle income houses right there. We're going to go for a 7th kind of middle income house right where that yellow dot is. See, I did a little bit of planning. I planned this video out. So the little yellow dot there, just in front of the market beside the blacksmith's house, little middle income house there. We do need to add some bushes and trees, and later on in the video I plant some saplings, so we'll see if they grow up ready for the next episode. So just moving the camera past the farms here, we've got this little alleyway down the back, and what I've done is made a very, very simple, teeny tiny house, just 9 blocks long. Got hay for a roof. You watch as we bring the camera down through this wall. Look, hay roofs and just very newbie blocks, all different kinds of wood. These are the poor people's houses. These are the peasants, the serfs, the workers. It's a very poor area indeed. Skid Row, you might call it. It's a pretty tragic place. If you're in the kingdom and if you live in one of those little houses, at least you're not homeless, but you don't have a very nice place to live. Anyway, the path is coming out. That path can kind of be continued on eventually as well. So we're just kind of chopping and changing this episode, just picking off some nice builds. And I thought I would extend the canal. The canal was one of the nice features of the last episode. So here's the canal being extended along past this wall. And the really cool thing about putting a canal beside the wall is that it gives you little opportunities to do the cutest little bridges as well. So we're just going to expand this canal along, getting rid of some of this dirt and grass, and it really actually reveals more of the wall. That's a good feature. It gets rid of some of those derpy grass blocks as well. But where can the canal go? That's a question for you guys. We're bringing the canal kind of into the middle of the city here. What can it be used for? Where can it go as well? Just the end part of the canal to finish off here. I'm going to bring it in here and just sort of turn the corner a little bit here. Where can the canal go? What buildings would it make sense that you would want to have this kind of flow of water? Not entirely sure where the water is coming from right now. Maybe we need to have some sort of lake that feeds into the canal and keeps it topped up with water. Because I feel like a canal would eventually run out of water if you didn't kind of keep it topped up from a reservoir or something. I don't know. I'm not a canal expert. Maybe you guys, someone in the chat will know. Someone in the comments will know things about canals. Maybe we connect it to some sort of reservoir as well. So that area A, right in the middle of the map, area A right there, I'm thinking that needs to be I think, a town hall or a town centre, some sort of civic command centre where you would control the trade, the taxis and things. Okay, now we're on to a barracks. Another big favourite from the comments was, oh, Andy, you've got to do a barracks somewhere for all the troops to live. You've got all these walls. You must have troops to man the walls. You've got to have somewhere for them to stay. So the things we're going to add into this barracks are some dormitories for all the troops to live in. That's what we're going to build today. On this time lapse, we're doing dormitories. But we also thought in the live stream, we thought of doing things like an archery range, an armory, maybe a small forge, an officer's quarters, maybe a canteen of some sort as well. So these are things we're going to add into the barracks. But first of all, we're going to start with the dorms or the dormitories, the sleeping accommodations for all the soldiers. So starting off with polished andesite for the base, using a simple, easy 5x5 building system. Here we've got ourselves the basic structure of the barracks. We're going to make it 2 floors high, and we're going to have kind of arches underneath where you can maybe have some stables. Maybe you just keep it open underneath. Maybe it could be like a training area underneath, which is nice and dry. Maybe the soldiers don't like training in the rain. I don't know. If it's not raining, it's not training. I've heard that said before. So we've got this 5x5 build, but it looked very flat. So what I'm doing is adding a skin of stone bricks, some polished stone bricks as well at the top there. And then we're adding a couple of balconies. The upper balcony ends up being a little bit too small. And much later on, I increase the size of the balcony. I don't know why I'm trimming it down there. That's a bit of a mistake. Anyway, cute little balcony right there. A few more details going in with our stone bricks. Some spruce fences as well, and we can put in a couple of doors, some buttons on the ends of the oak. I'm using Minecraft 1.12 to record this in. It's the only version of Minecraft that can help me move my camera around in the kind of cinematic way that we are doing just now. Talking to camera, I really hope the camera moves up a little bit. Anyway, there's the roof going in. Here's some more details going in just underneath the roof. Sorting it out with some simple designs. Experimenting with some gates. Here comes a cow. And I decided to get rid of the gates and just go for some stairs. One the right way up, one upside down, and a wall on top. And that kind of makes it look a little bit lighter. And it's quite good for the top of this barracks. So access to the barracks, or this part of the dormitory, is very simple. You go through the tower. We might make some nice stairs up at some point as well, but the stairs won't be in this episode. But we do connect the barracks at the back to the walkway, the wall all the way around, which I really like. It's a really nice detail indeed. So now I've expanded the barracks, the dormitory, along a bit. I'm just finishing off the corners here and making sure each little bit of balcony wraps round as well and comes onto that tower. And I might just actually, now looking at that, I'm thinking, why not wrap that balcony around both the towers? You've got 2 big towers left and right, and we could keep the balconies going right round those towers. But I think I'll plan out some more of the barracks later on. The overall barracks is going to have, you know, rooms for the officers and canteen, mini forge. What else do you think we should add into the barracks? Okay, the place is looking great. We're going to add in a couple of dormer windows at the top. When I do these dormer windows, I use some birch. I'm not sure about the birch roof. I'm really not sure about the birch roof. Adds a little splash of colour. I'm not sure that's what I wanted. And I think I need to maybe just move some of these dormer windows. They're right in the middle of the build, and I don't think that looks very good. I think I want to kind of spread them out a bit. Maybe move them left and right, so they're not just centered right in the middle of the build. It just looks a little bit strange, to be honest. Okay, so what we can do is just bring the camera around and swing it over to the back side, and you can see me trying to copy and paste in the back of this barracks as well. I'm building in the Faithful texture pack, and I'm using SILDURS Vibrant Shaders version 1.18 Extreme if you are interested. People do often ask about the texture pack. So it's Faithful texture pack. So yeah, look at that little bridge at the back. How cool is that? I love this little bridge at the back. It's so sweet. Just linking onto the main walkway so that the the soldiers could rush out the barracks across the little bridge and straight onto the wall and probably spy on the swamp wizard. By the way, the swamp wizard getting a major upgrade to their house. Okay, I'm just going to put some little posts in the ground here. This is going to be where the rest of the barracks is going to be built right here. But this is all I'm doing. The rest of it is kind of up to you to hit me up with some ideas in the comments about what we should add into the soldiers area. Kind of a training area, courtyard, that kind of thing. Canteen. Path time. So we're increasing our path, taking our path over to the main gate. The main gate was done in the last episode. If you haven't seen the other episodes, then do check out the playlist. Link to the playlist in the down below. We have the old gate in the middle of the city here, and a lot of people said, oh, don't get rid of the main gate, don't get rid of the wall, keep that wall. It's like an internal wall. If someone fights their way into one part of your city, they're going to have a hard job getting through the whole of your city because you've got some internal structures and internal defensive walls as well. So, that being said, I'm going to rebuild this wall. I shouldn't have knocked it down in the first place, but the nice thing about that is we can link it into the fortified farm over on the right-hand side. So, simple little wall, no detail put into it. We can add a bit of detail later on. Ooh, in front of it, on this side of it that we could maybe add some more houses. And on the other side, I think we're going to have some sort of animal farm. Anyway, I told you this was a bit of a choppy, changey episode today. This is going to be the Swamp Wizard's house. And if you want to know how to build this, I haven't done have I done a tutorial? I don't think I've done a tutorial on this, or have I? Yes, there is a tutorial on this Swamp Wizard's house. If you want to see the time lapse, you're looking for this video. If you want to see the tutorial on this, then you're looking for this video. And I'll put the link to the Swamp Wizard's house and the Swamp Wizard's house tutorial in the down below. They weren't called that when I built them. We're calling it the Swamp Wizard. There's a wizard. He lives in the swamp. This is his house. Okay. So we're building this up block by block, and then we'll just whiz the camera around and give you guys a nice little tour of the house. He's got this kind of little stone hut in the middle, some little observation towers as well, and then we need to upgrade this more as well. So this is not finished. We're going to upgrade this. This is kind of halfway through the time lapse, and we're definitely going to be upgrading the Swamp Wizard's house probably in the next episode. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Can I please tell you about my Patreon, patreon.com, where you can download all my 5x5 builds. If you've been watching some of my upgrade videos and you want to get a good look at them, and you've got a Java edition on the PC, then you can download all my 5x5 builds, and eventually this kingdom, once we're done with it, on my Patreon, patreon.com/Andyisyoda. You also get newsletters, and you get to add me as a friend on Discord, and you can come and build on my server as well. But that'll do for now. Let's have one last look at our kingdom. In the next episode, I think we're going to be doing the dock, possibly the townhouse in the middle, and carrying on with the barracks. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode, just as soon as I can possibly make it for you. Ciao, ciao, and the blocks be with you.